Check, check. So it looks like I didn't have the audio unmuted. So please, can somebody in the chat let me know if you can hear me talking now? And also if the volume on the music is too loud. Hi John, thanks for letting me know. Got so many things going on, it's hard to know what's going on where. I want to see that. Right, I think that's better. I can see the chat and I can see the live view from what we're doing. Right, I've just turned the music down a bit. So, what we're doing today, testing out the stream before my birthday next week, and I've got to build these LED boards. Thought it'd be a good way to test the stream setup out. Fortunately, it's not the most of interesting things, but there we go. So let's just have a quick look at what it is that we're actually doing. So I make kits for the Neo Geo. Mainly, I reproduced the mini marquee system. Mini marquees on the old Neo Geo used EL paper, and they had transformers, and transformers burnt out, the EL paper burnt out. So it took me about a year. I developed this LED mini marquee setup. I designed this board, and it uses an Arduino, and takes the output from the Neo Geo, which is binary coded decimal with the clock pulse, and it just turns on these LED mini marquees. This is the board that we're going to be assembling, and you can see that there are a lot of LEDs on there, and then this like snaps off. And the only people that could make this for me was PCBWay. JLC couldn't make the boards 3mm wide, so PCBWay are the only ones that make this for me. Can't thank them enough. Then I developed this 3D printed part. This one is for a specific cabinet, and this is the actual mini marquee. They have one of these for each game, and you have multiple cartridges in a cabinet, and when you buy the cartridge, you get one of these mini marquee, and it slides in, and then this fits in the main marquee of the arcade machine. So if we just turn this on, it runs through a self-test, and you can just see that that lights up. If I turn it off, back on again. So that's basically the kit that I designed, and we're just going to be making up the circuit boards today. So let's get this out of the way. So what we've got to do is put the solder paste on and just place the LEDs and the resistors. That's it. Right, let's get the overhead set up. Unfortunately, I don't know how to turn off the displays on the Sony camera. And that needs to be a bit this way as well. Right, so IPA. Just going to give this a quick clean. And then we've just used masking tape just to hold the boards in place. And we have the stencil. Wants to go that way. So then it's just lining up the stencil. Of course, everything is super shiny, so the light just reflects and messes with the camera. Hi Robbie, hi Sven, and hi John. Robbie, I submitted the test print. It was interesting that I could see one part that was like so at the bottom of the pillars there's a section where it's printing this part and they're perfect, and then as soon as it finishes printing that part, the top bits are a bit stringy. So I could possibly get it a little bit better, but I think I spent enough time, don't you? So anyway, it's gone. They've got the files. Right. No, that's not right. Hi Thomas. Hi 6502 Nerd. So this is one of the products that I make. I have to make these depending like once or twice a month. I did look at having them made up for me, but by the time you've brought the LEDs and resistors, paid for assembly, and then the import fees, it was just eating away at my profits. think that's as good as I'm going to get it. Be nice if I could keep the picture on all the time. So I'm using Chip Quick. Get it from RS Components. Robbie, I did give it a little bit of a heat gun treatment, so it looks a little bit better. But if I did too much heat, it started to melt the towers. Right, stand up to have a better look. I think that's it. Maybe you could make the stencil with a resin printer, but the other option is to use a laser with overhead transparencies. We did look into, could you use the resin printer to make printed circuit boards if you have the ones that resist UV, and then you could put the circuit board design on the resin printer and use that. And quite a few people have done that. Looks like I was off a little bit. Those pads are off by a small amount, but I think it will be okay. Alright, so that's stage one, that's the solder mask on. So I'm hoping that I can work out how to make stencils either on the laser that I've got, or now that I've decided which CNC I'm going to get for making circuit boards, I think that can do it as well. Okay, so now I'm going to get ready to put the actual components on. And the best way I found to do this is put some masking tape down. Let's go over the top. So we put the masking tape down. And that means it's easier to get the tape off. And some double-sided tape. Sven, if you're still around, how do you do things like this with your component pick and place? So these are the LEDs that I use. They are 3014 LEDs from Osram. Right. So now it's just a matter of putting the LEDs onto the boards. Sorry if that was too loud. So this is the actual individual LED boards. And we need to make sure that we put the LEDs with the, it's like a silver side, make sure that that goes in the right way. And also, be careful when you peel the film off the top of the LEDs, because they pop out all over the place. Right, so that's it. It's just get on with it. My tweezers are not so good. I think it's time for some new ones. Let's try. No. So I'm just trying to get the LEDs out. I need these as well. So yes, lots of SMD LEDs and resistors. So that's it. I just have to get on with it. Need to get into my swing. Camera's in the way. So this is as exciting as it's going to get. Just get on with it. I think I'm going to try this way. The tweezers are rubbish today. I'm just having trouble with getting comfortable. I haven't made it for a little while. Once I get my flow going, but no, putting solder paste all over the board is not the best idea. That's why you have stencils, basically. I think my biggest problem is that I'm just trying to not put my head over the top of the board to block the view. I'll try and look up at the chat when I've done a few rows. So the SMD paste already has flux in it. So when you do SMD, the reflow oven heats up to the first temperature. So when you do SMD work, the SMD paste has got flux in it. The reflow oven heats up to a certain temperature, which lets the flux out, and then it continues to warm up the board and all the parts. Then it continues up and goes to the point where it melts the solder. So the flux is already in the paste. Yay, it remembered. Yeah, that's it. Once you get the pattern going, let's reposition. Alright, it's nearly halfway on the LEDs anyway. Come on. Alright, that's one strip of LEDs getting hand cramp. 11 people still watching. Hello. If you're new, I'm building SMD LED boards. If you're not new, why are you still watching me doing this? Right, let's move it back down this way. It's easier when it was like in the middle section. I think now I can get my head over the top. Get away! Hi, John. It'd be nice if I had a pick and place machine. This is just patience at the minute. Where'd that go? getting there. Not many more to go on the LEDs anyway. Then we've got the resistors to do. Tweezer's got a bit sticky. Just one row left to go. Yay, that's all of the LEDs done. They're a little bit wonky, but then that'll get sorted out in the reflow. I'm just going to pick out the last few LEDs, put them in a bag. Alright, let's just carefully move that out of the way. We don't need this anymore. So the next part are some 0805 LEDs. Let's just get them off the spool. And it doesn't matter which way these go on. And I don't care if they go on upside down. So, I don't know if you're still around, Robbie, but they accepted my test print. So I'm now set up as a printer for hire on Tavistock. I just need to do the other printers now. Right, let's carry on with this. So I really hope none of you have got OCD about placing components in the right order or in the right way, because I just want to get these resistors on the board as quick as possible. They're the rubbish ones. getting there. The LED resistors are so much quicker. See, I've lost some of you. Thanks, Sven. Few more resistors. One short. Oh, one short. Alright, that's all of the tricky bits done. Let's make some room. Really didn't do a good job of doing the solder paste. Just it looks a bit like it's missing in places. Right, so bear with me because I need to get the reflow oven and find a suitable spot where I can show you what's going on. I'm hoping I can get the one of the cameras to look at it okay. So this is a reflow oven that I made myself. Just a cheap little oven, teensy with a screen and the usual solid state main switcher. Got a few bits left in the bottom. So I use a probe on a circuit board and just put that inside. So just a little menu. Okay, so the tricky bit is getting that in there without spilling everything. Can't really see. So the reflow oven only has one profile, so I just press reflow. So it's going to heat up, get the flux flowing first. Oh. Everything reflects so bad. So it's looking to heat up to 150, which should get the flux going, and it will keep that for a short time, and then it will heat up to 240. Can't really see much inside. let's move out of the way. So what we're up to, so we're currently at 88. I have a video series on my older channel, DJ Legion, where I make this and wrote the software myself. It was quite interesting. I'm sure I could have done it other ways, but I do it my way as usual. People kept telling me to do a PID, but it's too easy. So 120. All right, we're nearly there. Yeah, thanks, Sven. It was a really interesting project. You could buy kits, but I like making them myself. One day I might tweak the software again so that I can actually adjust the reflow pattern, but I only really use it for this. I'm going to be using it for the SID kick boards very soon, so we'll see how it works with that. So now it's in the flux period. And we've gone over by 2% of our target temperature. When I first did this reflow, I set the PCB on fire. I just used the built-in temperature of the oven as it stood, and we had to evacuate my old workshop. No, that was the one that I made earlier, Lee. So we're still in our preheating flux, getting everything up to temperature so that everything flows nicely. I think that's, yep. So now we're going to we're working our way up to 240. So all of the heating is working on like the percentages. So I set up bands to say, depending on what percentage we're in, it turns the element on for longer or shorter. So the like 100% to 80, 80% to 60, and then you would gradually get shorter increments where it would turn the elements on for gradually shorter times. And then when it gets within like the target 1%, then it has another routine where it just tries to maintain the temperature. But the temperature is harder to maintain as your temperature gets higher, so I add different routines depending on the target temperature as well. No worries, thanks Lee. So when we come to do the birthday stream, I'm going to be building the ATX 64. So Commodore 64 on an ATX, macro ATX board. And I've got everything to build that now. We also have a nice case to put it in. And I've got a nice Commodore case badge. So I'm guessing that will be like a long day, but it's my birthday. Thought I'd save that project for a special day. I don't know if all of the chips that I've got work. It was fun taking the combined PLA off a dead 64C board. So we're just getting up to 240 now, 237. So that should be the last heating cycle. And we've got to 0% of our target. It's now gone into a 60-second period where it's now reflowing the actual solder. I can't see anything that's tombstoned. Nothing looks like it's poking up. Everything is lined up okay. So my original plans for this oven was to add a fan and a servo. So it pops the door open, starts to cool everything down. But I did it in PLA, and obviously as soon as the door opened, everything just melted. So now we're finished. It just displays the temperature. So we just want to pop the door open. Just checking it's not too hot for my overhead camera. It looks pretty good. A couple of them look like they're out of place a little bit. Like just there. That one. So we'll have to use the hot air. Right, so now I'm just going to pop them out and put them on this bit of stone tile. So definitely not the best one that I've done. Right, I'm just going to turn off the overhead lights and we'll do some testing. I showed one working at the very start, Lee. Everything's too shiny. Right, should be able to see them testing now. So 2 are not working on, 3 aren't working on that one. That row's good. 1 on that one. 2 on that one. Yeah, not my best work. So yeah, that was like, it's actually one of the worst boards that I've made in a while. I've got quite a lot to do and I'm going to have to get my head over the top. So I think I'm going to end the stream now and concentrate on getting this board finished so that I can finish my orders. But I think overall that was a pretty good stream and everything seems to be working okay. I'm happy that I can use the cameras. It's just a shame I don't know how to turn off the over screen display things. Yeah, definitely like more concerned over where the position of everything is and looking at chat than actually doing the work. but it just needs a bit of touch up to get this working properly. So yeah, thank you everybody for watching this. I think it was pretty good. I'm happy with how everything is working. I've still got a lot to learn on the ATEM Mini. It's so powerful. It's really cool. So we'll finish this here, and I'll talk to you all very soon. Thank you for watching, and see you again. The next one will be the SID kick in a few days, and then we'll get towards doing the ATX Commodore 64 next Wednesday. I believe it's the 21st. So thank you for watching. See you again soon.